Animal Crossing New Horizons on Nintendo Switch is a true joy to play. I've sunk nearly 90 hours into this amazing title since its release on March 20th, and as someone who is new to the series and this being my first ever full Animal Crossing experience, I can truthfully say it was one to remember and will continue to be a game I can always go back to when I'm looking for something easygoing to play. Hey everyone, I'm Matt from Anchor Down Gaming and welcome to my first ever game review on my channel. First things first, I want you guys to know I currently do not own a capture card, so the footage used in this review will consist of different trailers and gameplays already online. I will be getting a capture card for reviews and more in the future, so look forward to that. Let's get into this review for Animal Crossing New Horizons on the Nintendo Switch. The beginning of New Horizons throws you in very quickly to your island getaway adventure. You start out with a nice look at what's to come later on during your island getaway, to be followed with being presented with the Nook Inc. Deserted Island Getaway Package from Timmy and Tommy. They congratulate you on your decision to live the island life and then proceed to ask you to enter your name and birth date. From there, you quickly create your villager and name your island and begin your dream getaway. I named mine Great Fish Isle, after the one from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Upon arriving, you are met up with Tom Nook, who gives you the lowdown on how to set up your campsite while also introducing you to two other residents who will also be living on your island. The sense of adventure and discovery I had during the early hours of playing New Horizons was so memorable because I knew my island was going to go from literally nothing but my campsites and Tom Nook's station to a sprawling community filled with so much personality and style. New Horizons takes traditional Animal Crossing gameplay and stays true to what makes prior games so special, while also appealing to newcomers like myself as well. Going about my day and gathering absolutely every single resource my island had to offer was something I did nearly every single day. Talking with my residents, seeing what was new at Nook's Cranny and the Able Sisters shops, checking in with residential services to see if Tom Nook or Isabelle had any new information for me never got stale while playing. Every day I had new furniture to decorate my home with, new items to put around my island. I have a full outdoor gym for my residents to use, and I also moved my home from its original location up to the highest point of the map and then surrounded it with a stone iron fence and cobblestone path to give it that Bruce Wayne mansion vibe. I also have a park and endless flower fields throughout my island, and even a dedicated area where I grow all my fruit trees, and when they are full and ready to harvest, it is so beautiful and satisfying just to look at them and see them full and ready to go. The game continued to constantly surprise me with the insane amount of attention to detail in all the residents and their personalities. It's the little things with each resident that make them so unique, like when they would be upset or happy, or you have the chance to offer them a gift and there would be options you could choose that would give you a much different outcome than had you have chosen something different. One of my residents named Sheldon was obsessed with cardio and exercising, so whenever I gave him something sports and fitness related, he always jumped with joy. And same thing for my other resident named Apple, except she wanted to be a pop star, so she was into music and arts and whatnot. The attention to detail continued throughout every part of the island, from seeing what Tom Nook and Isabelle were doing in the background when you entered the residential services, to finding residents gradually going about their day sitting under a tree and enjoying the fresh air, or being upset you didn't talk to them enough and now they're wondering if they should leave your island to find a new home. These things are what make New Horizons constantly surprise you and keep your island life interesting each and every day you play. The overall look of New Horizons is better than Animal Crossing has ever been, and while it's so similar to previous entries, it's the amount of overall polish and perfection these graphics have that give it more than meets the eye. I was constantly finding new things I didn't know I could do in New Horizons, like custom designs and being able to hang them up in your house or anywhere else on your island and apply them to pieces of furniture and other items you have as well. Playing online with friends is where Animal Crossing New Horizons falls a little flat for me, because although it's very popular, it suffers from a lot of the same issues other games on Switch also have because of the lack of a true online structure through the system itself. If you want to chat with friends, you still need to use the Switch Online app through your mobile device, or just call them using other mobile services, which is usually easier anyway. It was also annoying with how many steps there are to actually play with your friends before they arrived. From having to go all the way to the airport and opening the gate, to then waiting as you watch a loading screen while they land, and then only to see once they arrive all they can do is gather any resources you have or exchange gifts, unless you classify them as a best friend, and after that, then they can use some of their tools to dig and terraform your island a little bit. It would have been nice to have something a bit more structured since online gaming is now so popular. With that being said, this is only a small issue I have with New Horizons. I still had plenty of fun with my friends and visiting each other's islands to exchange gifts and visit each other's shops. Speaking of visiting islands, the Nook Mile system in the game is great and lets you leave your own island to visit a randomly generated one by using a Nook Miles ticket. On these islands, you can gather all their resources and find new residents. It's a nice way to give your island a break and see what else is out there. The museum in New Horizons is also something that needs to be noted. This is an incredible piece of art that's in the game. You can move it anywhere you want after you've created it, and all of the insects, fossils, and fish you catch can be displayed if you so choose throughout the game. It's nice to see it grow, and it's definitely pretty to walk through. Animal Crossing New Horizons is an incredible experience, and if you're like me and never played an Animal Crossing game in the past, but you are a fan of games like Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon, The Sims, or any other life simulation game, New Horizons is a must-try. Between its beautifully perfected art style, wonderful creativity, charming residents, and overall relaxing playstyle, New Horizons is receiving a 9 out of 10 from Anchordown Gaming, and has earned its right to be one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch. I hope everyone enjoyed my first review on the channel. If you haven't already, hit the red subscribe button down there to stay up to date with all my content, and also give me a follow on Twitter at Anchordown902 and on Instagram at Anchordown Gaming. And until then, everybody enjoy Animal Crossing New Horizons and stay safe.